What's up, guys? Tycoy Pinkston here. I got a Grail in the mail. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so here's the plan for this video. I'm going to unbox this so we can see what I got. Then I'm going to spend just a little bit of time talking about some key information about this book. Then I'm going to turn the video over to the plan that I put in place so that I could buy, sell, and trade and acquire this book at a net cost of zero. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it with that unboxing. I'm really excited about this. Let's see what they did here. Guys did a double boxing job. Tearing right into it. Alright. There we go. Comes down to this. Already, folks. Oh my. There she is. The infamous, the most notorious cover, arguably, of the Golden Age. Crime Suspense Stories 22. With that classic decapitation cover. I have wanted this guy for quite some time. Oh yeah. Let's chat. So in the early to mid 50s, there were so many different comic books that were on the stand. And because of that, in order for a book to sell, publishers had to resort to a little kind of magic on the cover, if you will, in order to convince people, or just in order to catch the eye so that people would pick up the books and buy them. Anyways, that kind of led to the demise of comics, as these shock covers ended up putting comic books under fire. That led through the whole Sodi and the testimony in Congress, etc. In fact, that testimony was actually quite funny. In 1954, in Congress, the senators sat down and Bill Gaines took the stand. And Bill Gaines was asked, "Here is your May 22nd issue. Do you think this is in good taste?" he said, as showing Crime Suspense Stories 22. And Bill Gaines replied, "Yes, sir, I do. For the cover of a horror comic. A cover in bad taste, for example, might be defined as holding the head a little higher so that the neck could be seen dripping blood from it." To which the senator responded, "Well, you have blood coming out of her mouth." And Bill Gaines replied, "A little." This comic's not exactly cheap, so I want to take a second to tell you how I was able to get this book at a net cost of zero. The story starts off with a little program I started on Instagram called Cans for Comics. The idea here was simply that we would recycle all of our cans and save up the money that we get for a long period of time until we were able to buy a nice comic for ourselves. So eventually, I was able to save up about $77. I took that to a con and I almost bought this book right here, but there was a disagreement of a couple of bucks, so it didn't end up working out. I then saved my money a little more, got somewhere closer to 90 or so when I ran into this guy on eBay. Now, it wasn't graded when I saw it on eBay. It was still in its raw form, but the pictures looked great. It looked like it was super high grade, so I decided to pull the trigger on it. I took all my cans for comics money, I put my bid in, I got it at a great price, and I even had enough money left over to slab it. So I sent it off to CGC and was blessed when it came back in 9.8. Now this guy stayed in my personal collection. I actually have a direct edition that's also a 9.8 that I still have, but when it came time for me to say, hey, I want to get the Grail, I went and I sold this book, and with the money that I got from selling it, I was able to pay for approximately three-quarters of the cost of that Crime Suspense Story 22. Also, while digging around on eBay one day, I found a lot of high grade Batman books. Now, the numbers weren't identified in the lot, but as I dug through the pictures, I noticed Bat Farland was in there. So I followed it, man, and I threw in a bid, and I was able to get that lot of Batman books for a pretty darn good price. Once they came in the mail, I pulled this guy aside with about three or four other books that looked CGC worthy, and I ended up selling the rest of the books at a really cheap, like $2 or $3 a book, to a buddy who was collecting Batman issues, and I got most of my money back doing that. But then I submitted the Bat Farland as well as a few other slabs, and they all came back 9.8s. I kept the Bat Farland in my personal collection. I sold the other ones, so I ended up on the up for this. Now, this was a super cool book, and it's been blowing up recently, but once again, we collect what we love. So I ended up deciding to sell this one, and I got enough money to not only cover the remainder of the cost for that Crime Suspense 22, but I also got enough money to pick up this really cool, nice copy of Shock Suspense Stories 3. Now, yeah, I had to sacrifice some pretty cool books to get these, but at the end of the day, we should be collecting what we love. So this worked out for me. I really like explaining this and sharing this story with you guys out there because I feel like a lot of collectors look at these grails and say there's no way that I could ever afford to get that. But the truth is, my friends, there is. Keep your eye out for the good deals, and if you get one, don't be afraid to pull the trigger and use that to trade up to get the books that you actually want.
All right, friends. Thank you so much for watching this with me. I'm really excited about this. If you did like this video, please do like the video by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my website, www.tycoypinkston.com, for slabs for sale. This one ain't going to be up there, but there's a lot of cool stuff at great prices. So we'll catch you when I catch you. And again, thank you for watching.